Hi, my name is Lydia Williams.
And I'm Justin Williams.
And welcome to JagNews.
A group of local moms have been coming to Augusta University every Wednesday since the start of the semester to start what they are calling Ask a Mom. They bring cookies, first aid kits, and advice, all things a mom would do. Whether you're having relationship issues, you're overwhelmed by school or home problems, or you might just need a hug, these moms will be in the center of Somerville campus to help in any way they can. They provide all types of cookies, including peanut butter cookies, sugar cookies, and the all-time favorite chocolate chip cookies. They also have Band-Aids and a loving mom attitude. All the student has to do is walk up, and one of the moms will come and ask if you want any cookies, and they will give any advice for any problems the student may want to talk about. Some of the moms have kids who are students at AU, and one is even an alumni from the school, so they understand what students are going through today. They do their best to provide any type of help as a mom would do.
Last month, the Sacred Heart Cultural Center located downtown on Green Street hosted its annual silent movie night September 21st. Movie enthusiasts enjoyed this year's featured film Steamboat Bill, a 1928 comedy, and the soundtrack was performed by acclaimed theater organist Ron Carter. Steamboat Bill was one of the last films Buster Keaton created for United Artists Studio. All proceeds from the tickets and concession sales went towards supporting the preservation of the Sacred Heart Cultural Center. Next month, make sure to check out a candlelight concert by Fever on October 25th, featuring Halloween-inspired music at the Culture Center.
Last semester, Augusta University took a group of 25 students to Charlotte, North Carolina. This trip was put on by Dr. Huggins and Mrs. Hill, who are with first and second year experience, with the help of a grant from Student Life and Engagement. First and second year experience works with freshmen, sophomores, as well as transfer students to help them transition into Augusta University, stated Mrs. Hill. When asked how the idea of this trip was brought about, Dr. Huggins stated, "A lot of my students were concerned about next steps, about finding a place to live after graduation. They were worried about how they were going to transition and network when going into the workforce." Dr. Huggins crafted a one-day tour from students' input, which allowed students to explore new cities only a few hours away from Augusta. This trip included a panel of young business professionals from the Charlotte area who spoke with students, as well as a tour of what the city of Charlotte could provide recent college graduates after graduation. The trip is open to all students who attend Augusta University and are interested in meeting young professionals and wanting to explore a new city. I think the turnout was amazing. Since the trip was so well received by students, we will be taking the evals from this trip to see what we can improve and what cities we will tour next, stated Mrs. Hill. To learn more about Southern City Tour, contact first and second year experience, which is located in the Augusta University Hall in the Treehouse.
Last semester, Angela Stephen, a communication major who attends Augusta University, proposed that the university change the name of the school's bookstore. I suggested that we should name the store a different name rather than Jag Store, because to me personally, it didn't have the power and the pride as if it was a different name that I had in my head, like the Roar Store, said Stephen. Stephen wanted to relate the name of the bookstore to the school's mascot that initiates the pride of the university. So when he asked what I would come up with, if I had to rename it, I said the Roar Store, because it has pride the same way we are Jaguars. Stephen said that she didn't really agree with the name of the bookstore beforehand. Not that I'm talking negatively about it, just in my head it didn't sound too good. And then he went with it, so he took the idea, which is good, and I'm happy, said Stephen. Stephen had the greatest opportunity to be able to make this change within the AU campus. Pursuing a degree in marketing and PR, this was something that really interested her to change. The bookstore was quite terrifying, according to Angela. I did mention that the lights at the time and the ceiling looked like an abandoned urgent care from a scary movie, claimed Stephen. Stephen really enjoyed accomplishing something big that made a big change within the university. Like I said, I like business and making money, so I put myself as if I'm in charge and if I want to raise revenue, said Stephen. Stephen's idea really set a positive reaction campus-wide. The new merch that was brought in was already sold out within 2 weeks of the reopening.
The Savannah-Chatham County Public School Systems released an official statement after the Cross Creek and Savannah High game ended prematurely in the third quarter. On Friday, September the 15th, two players from the two opposing teams broke out into a fight on the field that escalated to multiple players being involved. According to the press release, one Savannah High coach was injured after being hit with a helmet. Coaches and staff were able to de-escalate the situation, but a Savannah High player was transported to the hospital for a medical evaluation. All other injuries were minor. Officials state the fight was contained to the field, and the district athletic staff made the decision to call the game for safety purposes. All spectators were asked to leave the stadium, and two juveniles were taken into custody following a separate incident in the parking lot. Both individuals have been released back to their parents and guardians, according to the district statement. The district stated, SCCPSS regrets that this incident happened. Any of our student athletes found to have been involved in the fighting on field will face appropriate consequences per our student code of conduct.
Last weekend, the Augusta Jaguars volleyball team took on Flagler University. The students at Augusta University took it upon themselves to make a change to the game. Here's Nate talking with senior Justin Goddard to find out more about what they did.
All right, so what is this event?
Yeah, so for the volleyball game today, it's Student Appreciation Night and it's also Greek Night. However, me and a bunch of other student leaders that are behind me pretty much got together after our leadership conference in August and decided we wanted to do more, whether that was, showing school spirit, starting a student section because we don't really have one here at AU, supporting our women's volleyball team, and kind of just having fun, getting together with just a bunch of guys, breaking bread, with different groups, fraternities and things like that. So we're just getting together, having some fun at a volleyball game, supporting our fellow Jaguars, and having fun doing that.
About the turnout?
Pretty good. We got a lot of people so far, and there's a lot of people that's slowly just trickling in right now. So I'm excited for it. It is a long game, so people, of course, are going to be trickling in even after the game starts. But I'm excited for it. And honestly, anybody that's more than just us is a blessing. So we're happy that people decided to come out and have fun with us. So can't complain.
Okay. And how do you feel? How do you think the game is going to go?
Pretty good. I did some research in the past few times we played Flagler, which is the team we're playing. We won the past few times, but we have lost to them in the past few games, especially the most recent game. We did lose to them. So I'm a little more excited that it's a bit more of a competitive team because our volleyball team is pretty good. So I'm glad we get to have some competition tonight and really have a good game. So makes it longer for us, too. Longer time to support. Mm-hmm. Go Jags!
The Augusta University women's golf team shared the team championship with host Vernon in the 49th annual Lady Paladin Invitational that concluded on Sunday, September 24th in Greenville, South Carolina. The Jaguars shot a 6-under par 282 for the final round Sunday as both AU and Furman finished 5-under par 859 strokes for the tournament. Junior Kennedy Carroll shot a brilliant 67 on the last day to help AU gain the first place tie. Carroll's round included 5 birdies. Kennedy struggled with her ball striking at Furman but stayed committed to the task at hand, said AU coach Caroline Haas-Hegg. Our new assistant, Ron Pretorius, walked the final round with her, and I think he helped her stay focused and minimized how frustration affected her score. As our team captain, I'm very proud of her for putting such a special round together for her team. Teammate Napaback Boonen led the way for Augusta by tying for 7th place at 2-under par at 262-yard par 72. Furman University Golf Course. Although she slumped to a 74 on Sunday, Boonen carted a solid round the first day and an astounding round on Saturday. Napa carried us through round 2 and put us in a position to get the win on Sunday, Haas-Hegg said. I know she's disappointed with her final round, but I know she gave everything she had to help us get the win. She managed herself incredibly well all week and played the par 5 6-under par for the tournament. She took advantage of scoring opportunities when they were in front of her and capitalized. Augusta found itself in 3rd after Friday's first round. Boonen and Victoria Sang were tied for 11th after the first day at 1-under par 71. Freshman Kira Gonzalez McCarthy was 1 stroke behind her teammates with an even par 72, while Carroll finished at 73. The Jaguars jumped to 2nd place after Saturday's round. Boonen, a graduate student, shot a stellar 69 and was tied for 5th heading into the final round on Sunday. Following Boonen's 7th place finish were sophomore Zing and Gonzalez McCarthy, both tied for 9th. Carroll finished 13th. Rounding out the AU team was sophomore Daniela Burgos, who finished 71st. It takes a strong performance to fight with Furman on their home course, and I'm very proud of the team for stepping up to the challenge and putting together a great round to tie them, Hossheg said. All 5 players in our lineup contributed and showed grit and determination. It was the best all-around result we've put together in a number of years, with 4 players finishing in the top 13. Western Kentucky finished 3rd, followed by North Florida and James Madison. Up next for the AU women is the Southern in Savannah, to be played October 23rd through the 24th. It will be played at Savannah Golf Club.
Augusta University graduate Ania Clark shares her journey from college student to corporate employee working for AU's Department of Communications and Marketing. Clark, a communication major, graduated in the fall of 2022 and talks about how her classes, internships, and overall experiences at AU have helped her land a job just 3 months after graduation.
I'm the Digital Operations Coordinator at Augusta University, specifically in the Communication and Marketing Department. I work heavily with JagMobile. JagMobile is Augusta University's official app. I also edit our web pages for the Communication and Marketing Department. I also manage the university event calendar, so whenever someone wants to submit an event for the campus, I'm the person that edits and approves them. 2 things that really helped me land my first job as a recent graduate was my capstone class and my internships. After I graduated, I did start applying for jobs. I graduated in December and I did land my first job in March. But before I got my first job, I did apply to other jobs, and although some doors were shut, it was an opportunity for me to really put my skills that I learned in undergrad to work. My experience at AU was, I would say, very great because I got to experience different courses that helped me with my career as of now. I really got to get a well-rounded experience of the communication field as a communication major at Augusta University.
The Department of Communications and Marketing is responsible for Jaguar, In the Wild podcast, Augusta University's official social media accounts, and more. For more information on the Department of Communications and Marketing, please visit augusta.edu/DCM.
The Faculty Inclusive Excellence Initiative was an initiative created to help increase representation where it's needed here at Augusta University. The initiative helps diversify AU's faculty so that students get the opportunity to learn and hear from people with different backgrounds. Within the Faculty Inclusive Excellence Initiative is the Visiting Scholars Program. The Visiting Scholars Program consists of long-term visiting scholars and short-term visiting scholars. The program brings in underrepresented faculty in different career areas to visit and talk to students so that they can hear from faculty with different perspectives and backgrounds. Latria Graham, a long-term visiting scholar, was brought in to teach a creative writing nonfiction course. She will be at AU for the entire semester and plans to be a positive influence for students. I'm here for students in a way that other faculty that have certain duties can't be. I want to be around for students who may not have someone like this in their lives, Graham said. Graham believes that if the program continues to bring in people from different regions and class backgrounds, it can have an influence on the AU community. It can change the way students see themselves. It could change the way they relate to the world, or it can change the way they see the systems around them, she said. Dr. Michelle Johnson, coordinator over the Visiting Scholars Program, also believes that the program can have a tremendous impact on the AU community. It provides our students and faculty an opportunity to get outside perspectives from people they would not have an opportunity to hear from. Dr. Johnson sees a bright future in the Visiting Scholars Program and hopes that the program is able to keep representing underrepresented faculty. Students are able to recommend to their professors people who they might believe are underrepresented in their careers field to come visit the school. Dr. Johnson wants students to be involved in the program as well. Students can definitely be involved in the process and tell their faculty who they would like to see come visit the school. It needs to be someone who is underrepresented in their career field, she said.
For Mental Health Week, the Student Wellness Organization will be hosting Wellness Week during the first week of October with various events on both Somerville and the Health Sciences campus. The Student Wellness Organization's mission is to take a student-centered, evidence-based approach to improve the health and well-being of all Augusta University students. Morgan Davis, the Student Wellness Coordinator, says JAGS Live Well is the holistic wellness initiative that provides services and resources to live holistically well in 8 dimensions. We host several events to raise awareness about different topics and promote resources that we have available, said Davis. Wellness Week is a big week with a lot of events going on, with the biggest event being the Health and Wellness Fair on October 4th. Wellness Week kicked off Monday, October 2nd, with an event called Nothing But Wellness at the Ed Commons patio on Health Sciences campus. On Thursday, the week continues with students being able to build their own self-care kits at the Health Sciences building lobby, with the week ending with coffee and compliments outside of the Student Center from 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. For more information about the Wellness Week and the Student Wellness Organization, visit augusta.presidents.io. That's all we have for this week of JAG News. I am Justin.
And I'm Lydia.
Thank you for watching JAG News, and go Jags!